الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا وبعد. سبحانك ربنا لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العالم الحكيم. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وعملا وإخلاصا وتجردا وتواضعا يا رب العالمين. So we continue inshallah with what are we talking about? Shurut Salah, the condition of the prayers. And we said how many? Total? 6. Please, this is your deen, your salah. 6. And we talked yesterday about the first one, which is the most important one, which is time. You cannot pray before time, and the time was decided by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we mentioned a few things. But there are something also in the time that I need to cover because they are very, very important. And yesterday we mentioned one of them, but nobody asked the question, and I want you next time, inshallah, to start asking question, which is the time of Isha. We said the time of Isha is from when the time of Maghrib is over till, till Fajr? Yeah, yesterday we said midnight. Yes, midnight. إلى غسق الليل. Why I didn't say the other opinion? Because there are other opinion which is very strong. It says till Fajr. Because in the fatwa is different than the ruling. The fatwa, because if you say till Fajr, people may become lazy and this and that. And sometimes when you stretch it till Fajr, Fajr comes and you didn't pray Isha. That's why some scholars said it's till midnight. If you do it after midnight, you might be committing sin. But it's still Fajr, as I said, and especially when somebody has an excuse. So that is one point that you want to mention. And number 2 is another very important point that may happen to the sister on their menses, and somebody who just become Muslim. Like after Maghrib, we have somebody who become Muslim. And when somebody become Muslim, he has to start praying. So which prayer that he has to do when he become Muslim? Depends. When did he become Muslim? There is one time, if he become Muslim, he doesn't have to pray nothing. Which one? If somebody become Muslim after sunrise, khalas, he cannot pray Fajr because the time of Fajr is over. And the time of Dhuhr is not there yet. So he doesn't. And the same apply to somebody's sister who's on her menses and she's done after sunrise. She doesn't have to pray nothing because the time of Fajr is over and the time of Dhuhr is not there yet. Another scenario, if he that where he has to pray only one prayer. And this is in which case? In 3 cases. Remember these things, please. And number 1, if he become Muslim after Fajr. So the time of Fajr is there. This is the only time he should pray. Second scenario, if he become Muslim or she is done with the menses after the adhan of Dhuhr, she is obliged only to make Dhuhr, and the new Muslim only to pray Dhuhr. The third one, after Maghrib. If he become Muslim after Maghrib or she is done with the menses after Maghrib, only Maghrib. The third scenario where there is difference of opinion, and it's very important to know these things. He has to make 2 according to the majority of the scholar, and according to the Hanafi and few other scholars, he has to make only 1. And this is in which scenario? 2 scenarios. If he become Muslim after Dhuhr, only 1 prayer. After Asr. If he becomes after Asr, the Jumhur, the majority of the scholar, the Maliki, the Shafi'i, the Hanbali, except the Hanafi, they said he has to make up 2 prayers. And the same for the sister with her menses. Which prayers? Dhuhr and Asr. And he said, because in Islam, and Brother Ali, he asked this question yesterday, and I told him we will come to that. Because, if you are traveling, you can either pray in the time of Dhuhr, both of them, or you can pray in the time of Asr. So, according to this opinion, which is the majority, they said he has to pray two. And the second scenario, if he become Muslim or if she is done with her menses after Isha, mashallah. She has to do, and he has to do what? Maghrib and Isha. So remember these things, inshallah, because it's very important, because the time, as I said, is the most important one. Now, there are some times where the prayer is forbidden. How many times? 2, 3, 1/2, 2, 3. I don't know, mashallah, Ali, you are smart. Okay, now inshallah you're gonna know. So there are 3 times where the prayer is forbidden. The Prophet ﷺ said you cannot pray. But this apply only to what? To the prayer that has no reason. Just nafil. Any prayer that has a cause doesn't fall under the prohibition. Is this clear? Because I saw sometimes people, they didn't pray Asr, and Maghrib didn't come yet. And I said, Akhi, go pray. He said, no, it's close to Maghrib. I said, what are you talking about? So the 3 times that prayers is forbidden, after Fajr till sunrise? No. Till 15 minutes after sunrise. That's why when you are sitting in the masjid making dhikr, after Fajr, you don't pray duha immediately when sunrise. You have to wait 15 minutes, minimum. And number 2, when the sun is in the middle. And this is the shortest time. Because when it's in the middle, the time of Dhuhr comes immediately after 10 minutes. And the third one, after Asr, till sunset, till Maghrib comes. These 3 are forbidden, the prayers. And as I said, which prayer that has no reason? Imagine somebody prayed Asr and sitting in the masjid, and mashallah, the imam goes up and he said, let me pray for you rak'ahs. In this case, you have the right to tell him, brother, what are you praying? And he said, wallahi, mashallah. He said, no, it's haram. But imagine somebody has a reason. Somebody making tawaf. He went to Mecca and making tawaf after Asr. And he finished the tawaf. What he needs to pray? The 2 rak'at tawaf. So this one, it's okay. Because rak'at tawaf, there is a reason, there is a cause for it. Imagine somebody after praying Fajr, then he said, I need to make a decision on a matter. Then he needs to pray what? Salatul istikhara. So the reason for this salah is istikhara. I want to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help me. So these 3 things, remember this time, inshallah, and if you have any question, you can ask the question. But we want to be sure about this. And you share it with your wives, your daughters, especially because of their menses. Sometimes they messed up on this issue, as I said. So when we understand the time, it will help us, inshallah. Then the second condition, and I'm going to mention it in 1 minute and we're going to stop, is الطهارة من الحدث الأصغر والأكبر. That you have to have cleanness from the minor hadath and the major. The minor hadath, when you break your wudu. So you cannot pray until you make wudu. And, but before I say this, let me say something about the time, something very important. Somebody, he didn't have water. He wants to pray Asr, but there is no water. And if he's going to wait till he finds the water, the time of Maghrib will come. In this case, should we tell him to wait until he finds the water, or we tell him make dry ablution, tayammum, and pray? Which one? MashaAllah, because the time is very important. What about if he made tayammum and he prayed, and subhanAllah, immediately, whatever reason, he found the water? Should he make wudu and pray again or no? MashaAllah, khalas, you should come be here. Yes. Huh? No. No. If he prays, khalas. Yeah, for the next prayer, of course, yeah. Whenever the water is there, إذا حضر الماء, إيش? If there is water, yeah, ablution, khalas, becomes invalid. And the proof of that, subhanAllah, look, the Sahaba, mashallah, may Allah reward them. In the time of the Prophet, two of them, they were traveling, and the time comes, I think of Asr prayer, and they didn't find water. So both of them, they made tayammum, dry ablution, and dry ablution is just, you say Bismillah, and you put your hand on the ground, and you blow like this. There's not too much dust that you may hurt yourself, and you do like this on your face, and like this. Because one time I found some brothers doing like this. يعني tayammum wudu. That's why I say don't assume that people know. Please don't do that. In the deen, assume that people in front of you, they don't know anything and you want to teach them. So both of them, they made the dry ablution and they prayed. And after they finished the prayer, after a little bit, they found the water. One of them, he did the wudu and he repeated the prayers. The other one, he didn't do it. So they went to the Prophet ﷺ and told him what happened. Look, the Sahaba, yeah, we did something, but we need to, what? Check. Learn your deen, because there is nothing more important than learning your deen. So the Prophet ﷺ, he told the first one who did not repeat, listen. He told him what? Asabta sunnah. That is the sunnah. And the other one, he told him what? You have the reward twice. But does not mean he should do it again and say, well, I'm going to have to reward. No, because the sunnah is you don't repeat it. Because the rule when it comes to prayer, there is no two prayers in the same day. Once you pray one prayer, it's over. That's it. That's it. What about I prayed, like, for instance, there is a reason and we combine Dhuhr and Asr. And I left home and I came back and I found another group praying Asr. The Sunnah, should I join them or not? Yes. Whenever there is prayer, you join. Because people, they don't want to think about you, are you Muslim or this or that or spy or whatever. But the second one will not consider be Asr for you. It will be considered? Yes. So all this thing. So the second one, as I said, al-hadathul asghar mean when you break your wudu. And there are things that breaks the wudu, as you know, urinating or passing gas or air or something and so on. And the other one, al-hadath al-akbar, when you have the religious impurity. I don't know how to translate janaba. When somebody has a relationship with his spouse, or somebody has a wet dream for like the young people and so on, you cannot pray unless either you make wudu and this. Here is the hadith, because everything has the proof. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, لا تقبل صلاة بغير طهور. Salah will not be accepted without tahur. Tahur, it could be wudu, if you just break your wudu, or ghusl, if you have the janaba. And if you don't have water, the dry ablution will work for both of them. Even if you do janaba and there is no water. Or sometimes the water is very cold. If you take shower, it's going to hurt you. You do the ablution the same. And you pray. And if you find the water after that, should you repeat or not? Huh? What's wrong? You don't. I said you cannot pray two prayers in the same day. Remember these rules, inshallah. So that is the second one. And inshallah, next time we'll keep the rest. And if you have any question, we can take them, inshallah. Any question? Yes.
I have a scenario for you for a time of prayer.
Find what?
A scenario for you for a time of prayer.
Yes.
I need advice. For example, if you were to leave, like me, living to Indonesia,
Yes.
Tuesday, Doha time, but I will arrive in Indonesia Thursday, Isha time.
MashaAllah.
You lost the day, and the whole way through is night the whole time.
Okay.
Now, when you come back from there, you leave Fajr time on Tuesday, but you arrive on Tuesday, Doha time, but you lost Wednesday.
You need to come to my office. I need to put the... But as I'm telling you, I give you the rules and you apply them. Always there is how many prayers in the day? 5. So if you prayed here and you go there or whatever, that's sometimes you are coming back from Umrah and so on, and we pray Fajr in Jeddah. And you come here and we are traveling almost for 16 hours. Of course, this time it should have been some prayer. But no, we arrive here around 11 and so on. Even the time of Dhuhr doesn't come. So we just pray Dhuhr, Asr, and Maghrib and Isha. Just remember, that's only 5 days, like 5 daily prayers. So if you are living here at Dhuhr, you can combine Dhuhr and Asr. There is a need, but without shortening. Then you go. So that night is what? Is the night of what? The other day or the other one? So you can come and talk to me. Like this, I can sit and figure it out, inshallah, and to tell you what to do. Yes, come here. Wa salam. Salat what? Yes. If they are fasting, during the day of Ramadan? No, if they become Muslim at night, alhamdulillah, it's very simple. They should fast next day. But the question, if they fast, is they become Muslim during the day of Ramadan? There are 2 opinions. One opinion that says that day is not obligated for them because one of the conditions of fast in Ramadan is what? Huh? To make the intention at night. So they say they don't have even to stop eating. But it's highly recommended not to eat in front of the Muslims. You hide. There is another opinion that says no, they have to stop and make it. And they have their argument. There is another one of the Hanafi, and which is, I'm in favor of this. They said he has to stop, not to eat the rest of the day out of respect for the day, but not to make it up. Because Niyyah is not there. The other, they have strong opinion, by the way. When I'm telling you this, just because I don't want to go to this, because this is Khawatir. The other one says no, because the Prophet ﷺ in Mecca, he sent somebody about the day of Ashura, and he said, whosoever ate, he should stop. And whosoever he didn't eat, let's continue the day. Somebody might tell me what Ashura, because Ashura at that time was fard on the Muslim. Before was abrogated by Ramadan. So that is their argument. But if you study the whole text and so on, I think this opinion, it's what I'm in favor of, that he should stop, not to eat out of the respect of the day of Ramadan. And this is very important to tell him, because that is Ramadan and so on and so on, but he doesn't have to make it up. Now. Yes. Somebody will become Muslim. MashaAllah, we have a seminar coming on that. I have about 20 topics about new Muslim, how to deal with them, and what to do, and so on. We will cover it, inshallah, after we finish this. Yes. Somebody become Muslim in the beginning, in the middle of Ramadan. They have to make up the past days? Huh? No? Why? Huh? Ah, mashallah. No, but I want the proof. Proof in Quran or Sunnah. Don't give me the logic because, you know, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't work here. MashaAllah, takbir. But you didn't give me the verse, you give me the meaning. إن ينتهوا يغفر له ما قد سلف. والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said الإسلام يجب ما قبله. Everything drops except two things. If you become Muslim, doesn't drop. The right of the people. And if he owes money to people, Islam doesn't say, well, you can do whatever you want. No, you have to give it back. And something that has to do with the marriage, we will discuss it. Otherwise, everything drops. Subhanallah, is newborn. But we have to tell him that if you owe money to somebody, you have to pay it back. Because the right of the people, Islam doesn't drop them. Whether you become Muslim, whether you go to Hajj 50 times and so on, you have to give the right back, inshallah. So we will deal with that, very interesting, because really we need that we can, how to deal with our brothers and sisters and what kind of fatwa we give them, because you face this. Somebody wants to become Muslim and put in a condition. I said, well, I want to become Muslim, but I don't want to fast. What you have to tell him? Yes or no? We will discuss this, inshallah. جزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.